a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every day of the work week, and it has begun again. Here we go, little nipply. It was, it's like 58 degrees. Cold front blew through. That's intensely awesome. Save a little money on freaking energy costs. And, just not so GD hot. Not bad. Not bad at all. High pressure system moving in here. All right. Welcome in. I am so glad you are here. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I know I did. Real high ratio of high amount of Pooh Bear points earned, which then kind of went out the window yesterday as I had kind of a smart mouth attack. And that kind of messed things up for your old pal Eric Zane. I actually lost some of the Pooh Bear points. I don't remember exactly the scenarios. One of the things she does is she has a tendency when she's ready to start speaking, the Queen of the Forest, if she's having a snack, just before she's getting ready to speak, she'll take the food and put it into her mouth, start chewing it, and then start speaking. And so I'm constantly going, yeah, put more food in your mouth. And man, she got so pissed off, she actually told me to fuck off and gave me the finger. That actually happened. She was livid over that. Bring her in here.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear Daisy snoring.
Oh, yeah.
Melissa is referring to me as a cockhead.
Uh-oh.
Over when I made fun of you for stuffing 8 pounds of pretzel chips into your mouth and then talking.
Yeah, that was cockheadish.
That's the one where you said, yeah, you know what, Eric? Fuck off. And you gave me the finger. You actually said, you know what, Eric? Fuck off.
I don't like being mocked, and you were mocking me. That's what happens.
Now, prior to that, I had done something else. I don't recall what, but I had more than once yesterday, I lost Pooh Bear points.
You did.
Do you remember the specifics
you were
of my
on a roll?
Yeah.
Well, that was one of them.
I don't recall what else. Do you? Do you recall what else?
I think you were being cockheadish on the way home from church.
I don't know. You know what? I don't recall. I don't recall. And by the way, how about you making up your own rules for communion? For you basically going against Vatican II.
Okay, thank you.
Can we discuss that?
No.
Why not?
I don't want to talk about that.
What? It's
Listen.
I'm going to talk about it as soon as I hang up on you.
Well, I just did what I did because just what I just wanted to do. So there.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you have the I don't know if you have the authority to make the rules.
I do.
Well, you're going to have to take that up with Father Colin.
Okay, I'll go talk to him.
How about that guy, though? Is he not the best?
I know.
He's very, very bright, by the way, and I think that's why he's going to Boston. Is it Boston?
No, it's Washington.
Washington to, I guess, study canon law?
Yeah. Like for 3 years, I think.
That sounds incredibly boring to me.
Yeah, I don't know how that's...
Maybe he's being groomed. Well, that's probably not a good word to use concerning the Catholic Church. The word groomed is probably not a great word. Maybe they are eyeing him to one day be like a bishop or something like that.
Yeah, or a cardinal or something.
Well, it's bishop, then cardinal. You know?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if he...
What's below a bishop then? Archbishop?
I'm sorry, what was that you said?
Is there a bishop and then an archbishop? Is that two different things?
No idea. No clue. All I know is that on a fundamental level, you broke every rule in the book yesterday, and you did it during the mass. Actually, in math.
Here's my thought. Yesterday or Saturday, I couldn't make it to confession because I was throwing a graduation party. And the Saturday before that, I couldn't make it to confession because we didn't get done doing yard work until after confession was over, and we barely made it to church. So there was 2 weeks I couldn't go to confession, and because they don't have confession any other time, and because I was doing good deed, I did a good deed yesterday by throwing a graduation party for someone. I thought that was
no
a good enough reason to be able to do with that.
No. That still does not. You haven't yet gone through
Well, they need to have confession more often than Saturday at 3:00. Like
you just listen.
It's a terrible time. It is a terrible time for confession.
All you had to do was just not go up for communion.
I know that, but I didn't want to miss out on communion anymore. I missed out on communion for the last 3 weeks.
That's another sin. That's a sin on top of a sin. You can't just say screw it and then just say I just decided that I'm good. You can't. That's not okay.
Okay.
All right. Well.
All right.
Yeah, that's got to come out in the wash.
Okay.
I didn't make the rules. I'm the messenger here.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you being a messenger.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that you know what the playing field has on it.
Okay. All right, sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
All right, I love you.
Okay, I love you too. I'll talk to you.
Talk to you, bye.
See you, bye.
See you, bye. Yeah. So again, every single week, every member of the church community should be in the confessional because we're all massive sinners. That's the trick here. You go to confession often. It's a very important sacrament. If you skip it, kind of not being honest with yourself. So we as Catholics, that's what we do. Queen of the Forest, like she indicated, for a couple of weeks, she just didn't go up for communion, which is perfectly acceptable. You go to the Mass, you take part in the Mass, you sing, you pray, you shake hands, you love each other. But when it comes to communion, if you are in a state of sin, you can't take it. Okay? That's the rules. I don't know. Call your local priest and ask them why the rules are. I don't know. Everybody knows that I'm the best rule follower. If it comes down to rules, I follow. Isn't that a song by U2? I will follow. I will follow. So, a couple weeks ago, she kind of just sits there through it, does her thing, no big deal. Communion comes and goes. She sits there. Actually, she went up with her hands across her chest, and Father blesses her and sits back down. Last week, she just sits in the pew. I go up. This week, I'm getting ready to go up and get communion, and she goes, I'm just going to go. I just can't stand it. I'm just going to go. And she's looking at me for some type of reaction. Okay? And I was like, look, hey, I am low man on the totem pole. She goes, well, your brother, and this is actually during the Mass, your brother Jim does it all the time. And I'm like, wait. Yeah, and you know what? I forgot to bring that up. Your brother Jim does it all the time.
Yes.
What did you mean by your brother Jim does it all the time? Since when do we look to my brother Jim as some type of church leadership? If I'm turning towards my brother Jim for input on things like this, that's kind of screwed up. Did you really go to that card? Your brother Jim does it?
This is the thing. I heard that is an old practice that they don't do anymore.
That's a lie. You've been to confession and discussed these exact things. Since when did you hear a big announcement that the?
Did you not hear about it?
I did not hear about it.
I will send you the article.
I think thou art full of shit.
I'll look up the article and send it to you.
Behold, thou art, say, thy lady beeth fulleth of shitteth. Truth be told, I probably shouldn't have gone up there too. I probably should have had a confession anyway, but I'm still better than you. Moments before confession or communion starts, you're like, I'm just gonna do it because your brother Jim said it's okay. Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll go look for the article right now.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, there you go.
Okay. I'll go call Wachowiak right now.
The bishop. And so I guess we have a new priest coming. His name is he's from Vietnam.
Fang Fang or something. Fong. Wait.
I think it's Father Fong Fan.
Fong Fan.
Yeah, I'm not sure, and I don't know if it's F or PH or what.
I think it's PH.
Okay.
I think the first name is PH, and then the last one is, I don't know.
Now, all we're shooting for when we get a new priest is that we can understand the English, and this is
right.
He's a immigrant. He came to the U.S. He speaks English as a second language, probably.
Yeah, but he's been here for 30 years. He said so. Well,
that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, it doesn't. We had a Pakistani priest, if you recall, named Father Ayub.
Uh-huh.
And instead of the name Ayub, he earned the nickname Father, I Can't Understand You.
Yeah.
The Pakistani was so thick on his English that it was
very difficult to understand, but we did grow to understand him. We were able to.
Oh, I loved him.
By the
he
time
was great.
He left, he was awesome. I loved him. By the time he left,
yeah, I tell you what, out of all the priests we've had there, I've liked them all. They've all been great. All right.
Exactly. All right.
Okay.
I'll go look for that article now.
There you go. Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, I love you. Bye.
Queen of the Forest. Legendary. Welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast. I am so glad that you are here. Okay. Now, the show happens in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker studio each and every day of the work week. I am only doing the show Monday through Thursday of this week. Friday is my colonoscopy. And then I am going to be taking the following week off. I will post material, those garbage best of shows, but it's something, whatever. It is what it is. I got to take some time off. It's very, very important that I do that. So the following week, that means I will be back on July 11. All right. So yes. Thank you if you are checking out the show on Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, as well as Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. For those folks on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, I'm about to shuffle you off for the rest of your day unless you go to my Twitch stream, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. That's the only way you can get the rest of this live show. Okay? Goodbye.